Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Pregnancy Relaxation this Friday. I hope everyone's had a good week. I hope everyone's feeling okay and not feeling too overwhelmed by the emotional roller coaster that is lockdown. So, my name is Meg Briley and I'm a hypnobirthing teacher. I'm a birth and postnatal doula from A Gentle Journey, and I've been doing these pregnancy relaxations now for a number of weeks, and it's just an opportunity for anybody, but especially those of you who are currently pregnant, to just take some time, take some space to just really connect with yourself, your body, your baby, and get some peace and relaxation time. The focus for this week is connection, and specifically connection with your baby. Now, for some of you, that might seem like a really odd concept. Why on earth would we want to focus on connecting with our babies? Maybe you're finding that really instinctive, really intuitive, and that's something that you feel like you're doing every day, every moment of every day, and that's brilliant. Some of you might wonder what on earth I even mean by connecting with your baby, and you may be struggling to fathom how you can do it. Maybe you're actually finding it really difficult to really get that tangible connection, and you're pregnant and it's wonderful, and maybe you're really enjoying the experience, but you're not quite feeling like you're engaged with this creature growing inside you. Now, the reason for focusing on connecting with your baby is ultimately there's an amazing opportunity to build relationships, to bond with that little tiny person. It's also an opportunity for your partner, if there's a partner with you, to bond with them as well. Just because they're not carrying the baby doesn't mean that they can't have a massive amount of bonding and connection during the pregnancy before they actually meet them earthside. Other reasons for focusing on that connection are around building your confidence, that if you can really build that deep connection with this teammate with you inside your bump, you can build this incredible trust that actually it's not you doing this by yourself. When you're going through pregnancy and birth, you can often feel, or rather we can be made to feel like we're doing it ourselves, we're doing it on our own, and you're not. You've got this little creature, this little teammate, this little buddy with you. You might even have more than one if you're carrying twins or more. They're with you the whole way, and that sounds like it should be really obvious, but they're not just there, a passive bystander. They're with you. They're turning with every contraction, every surge. That baby is doing it with you. So everything you go through, they are going through it as well. And that's not just in birth, that's in pregnancy as well. Everything you say, everything that you expose your ears to, your baby is hearing. All of those really positive oxytocin-filled hormones that you're producing, baby's feeling them too. Likewise, some of the stresses that you're feeling, baby can feel exposed to those as well. And that's why this relaxation is so important for your own well-being as well as babies. It can also just give you a sense of motivation. Sometimes being pregnant can be a long slog, exhausting physically and mentally, and that preparation that you're trying to do can just feel like a really tiring thing to have to keep doing. And sometimes really focusing on the baby can just give you that burst of strength, that motivation, that purpose to keep you going, because ultimately they're what you're doing all of this for. So how on earth do you connect with your baby? In pregnancy, there are lots of ways you can do it, and everybody is different. This is not a list that you all have to tick off. This is a little list because that's something I've written down, but there's lots of things you can do. It's as simple as talking, and it could be just talking to other people around you, because remember, everything you're saying, whether it's to yourself, to the wall, or to your partner, or to your kids, they're hearing it as well. It could be that you're actively reading stories to them. Maybe you want to read books, and you could be reading Julie Cooper. They don't really understand the story, but they're hearing your voice and the rhythm of your words and the rhythm of your voice. You could be singing. Could be singing in the shower. Could be just, I was going to say singing in the car, probably not in the car. It could be just singing nursery rhymes to your older children. It could be that you're responding to when they're kicking or wriggling inside you. When they kick or wriggle, give a little push back. Nurture them into this process of call and response, because it's almost the first conversation they'll ever have. It could be that you're doing a physical activity like yoga or Pilates, something that nurtures you physically and connects you with your body. Because once you're connected with your body, you're ultimately immediately connected with what's inside your body, which will be baby. It might be that you're doing things a little bit more practically, like writing them letters, or writing a little pregnancy journal, or taking photographs of your growing bump or your changing body. It might be that you're having additional scans. Maybe you've gone for a private scan, and maybe you've just got a scan picture pinned on the fridge. That constant connection through writing or photography is that reminder all the time of why you're doing this and what you're doing this for and who you're doing this for. Another final way to do it is just by breathing. In the same way that yoga and Pilates can help you to engage with your physical well-being and thereby focusing with what's inside your body, breathing can do exactly the same thing. So the relaxation that I'm going to do today is very much focused on the pregnant body, the baby inside. Now, I've said to in my adverts for this relaxation, this could be about babies that are already earthside. And yes, the relaxation that I'm going to be going through is all about the womb and the uterus lining and babies kicking and wriggling. Obviously, if you've already got your babies out, that's not the case. But really draw into how you used to feel when they were inside you, when they were in your bum. Draw back on those feelings that you used to have when they wriggled and kicked inside you. But partway through this relaxation, I'm also going to read the most beautiful piece of writing. It's, I suppose, a poem, really. And it's about a promise that we make to our children. And it resonates as much, whether you're pregnant or not, with your children, whether you've met them for real and are holding them, or whether they're still inside your bump. It made me cry the first time I ever heard it read. And it still often makes me tear up. I'm going to put that poem into the relaxation itself. So, as always, I won't be engaging in conversation at the end of the relaxation. I want to allow you to sink into a lovely, comfortable sleep. Hopefully, if you're struggling to get sleep at night, it might be you just want to take the opportunity while you can to just rest and recharge a little bit. So I'm not going to alert you particularly. I'm just going to end the relaxation and then I'll end the live straight away. Anybody's got any questions or they want to chat about anything to do with pregnancy, birth and beyond, you clearly know where I am because you're on this live, or you're watching this on replay. Drop me a Facebook message, drop me a text or an email. You'll be able to find all my details either on the Facebook page or on my website. So get yourself somewhere where you can feel really, really comfortable. It might be just settling back into an armchair. It might be sitting on the sofa. It might be lying down. Maybe you're in your bed. Maybe you are lying on the floor. It might be that you're sitting upright slightly, leaning against the side of the sofa or chair. But get yourself into a position where you just feel able to release and relax. Really important things to make sure that are supported. If you are pregnant, that your bump is supported. If you are lying on your side, perhaps put something soft, some cushioning between your knees, perhaps between your ankles. Trying to make sure everything is nicely aligned. If you are sitting upright, perhaps up on a sofa or semi-reclined in a bed, just make sure that you've got something supportive around your neck so your neck doesn't swing backwards as you start to release and relax, so that your body can just slump. A bit like a rag doll, you can just release and feel nice and slumped and relaxed. So get yourself into that nice position now. And first of all, just take a few moments just to allow yourself to become accustomed and acclimatised to this opportunity of some space. Just fidget around if you need to. Get yourself into that comfortable position and know that you can change your position at any time. And once you feel nice and comfortable, if you're happy to do so, just slowly allow your eyes to close. Or just lower your eyelids and allow your eyes to softly focus on a spot just a few inches in front of you. And become aware of your breathing. Slowly breathing in fresh air. And just as slowly letting it go. If you are pregnant, you may wish to hold onto your abdomen, making that physical connection with your baby, or whether you're pregnant or not, just rest your hands wherever they feel comfortable and take your awareness to your breathing. Slowly inhale, hold and exhale, finding your own natural breathing rhythm. Remember that rhythm is what your baby is so used to. And as you breathe in and out, your baby is soothed by the sensations of your lungs and your abdomen rising and falling, naturally rhythmic. The sound of your breath is very relaxing and soothing. The sound of the rhythmic pumping of blood around the body. The muffled sound of music or natural sounds of your day that create an internal surround sound for your baby. As your pregnancy has progressed, your baby has become more aware of its surroundings, and you are becoming more aware yourself of your baby, feeling sensations like when your baby is moving, squirming, kicking, all rehearsals for when they're ready to join you and meet you. Your baby is in tune with you. It knows your routines. It knows when you're active and resting. It knows when you are busy, and it knows when you are at leisure. It even starts to learn day and night from the amount of activity it senses. Your womb is a sensory playground for your baby, the involuntary and voluntary of your body. And actions in your day make up your baby's soundtrack. Baby is within you and with you. Baby is safe, warm, in natural darkness, as it is supported and suspended in warm amniotic fluid. Remember when you first noticed your baby's presence. Possibly you first noticed your baby in the first trimester or a little later. Little testing sensations, almost like a flutter or a gentle bubbling. As days turned into weeks, baby's developing and growing, and the sensations you feel increase, like gentle kicking, squirming, stretching, even gentle hiccups. Do you notice more movement when you talk? Like baby is responding to the sound of your voice, the sounds of the home, or when you are busy and moving a lot, as if you are rocking them into quiet time, are they still? When your hand automatically finds itself resting on your abdomen, rhythmically stroking your tummy, maybe baby just lies still, or you're aware of the tiny sensations beneath your hand. Your voice, the vibration of your tones vibrate through to the womb, like a soothing hum, an internal lullaby for your baby. You feel baby as it floats, turns and twists, and maybe even performs somersaults for fun, like your baby's testing out their limbs by pushing against your uterus walls. Sometimes you may feel baby turning their head back and forth, perhaps seeking out their thumb to suck, and those adorable little hiccups. Internal sounds fill your baby's day. They make up the soundtrack of their existence. The sounds in your womb are of your heartbeat, blood pumping through your veins, the gurgle of digestion, muffled sounds that are becoming familiar, music. When you play certain music, you may notice an internal reaction or a suspension of movement, almost as if they are listening, and a feeling of baby being soothed and rocked by your walking. Even when you travel in the car, baby is soothed and rocked by the muffled car engine noises. You may feel the urge to talk to baby, or sing, or hum. And when you rub your tummy, it's like you are already massaging their back. As you practice your breathing techniques, breathing slowly in and out, your abdomen expanding and contracting, your muscles gently and lovingly squeeze your baby when your tummy moves toward your back as if you are giving them a hug. And bath time. You may notice little kicks of appreciation then. As your pregnancy moves on, you may notice baby more as there's less room now. Baby may be less active, but movements are stronger and more noticeable. And sometimes quiet time and more active times as you feel baby push up against the walls of your womb, strengthening developing muscles. And as you make these connections with your baby, as you notice all their movements, you know the love that you feel for them is unconditional. And perhaps you can listen to these words that I'm about to say and imagine them said to your baby from you. I promise to love you unconditionally. I promise to protect you, for your pain hurts me more than my own. I promise to guard and to guide you in your health, your head, and your heart. I promise to catch you doing things right and let you do things your way, no matter how messy or asymmetrical. I promise to applaud your accomplishments, whether they are anonymous for nobody's eyes or world famous for the Nobel Prize. I promise to be honest, open, and direct. I promise to be a pillar of courage and a pillow of comfort. I promise to explore the world with you, to explain the world to you, and to expect the world of you. I promise to be a fortress in which you can hide, a friend in whom you can confide, and a parent in whose heart you'll find love and in whose eyes you will find pride. And now you pause and you connect and you feel love for this little creature you've not yet held, or for that little creature you're holding now. And in a moment, it will be time to return to the here and the now, but only if you choose to. You may start becoming more aware of your surroundings, but if you would rather lay resting, there's no need to move. If you choose to become more alert, only if you choose to, you may start to be aware of noises in the background, feeling where you're sitting or lying. Notice the feeling of the ground or the cushion or the bed beneath you, perhaps the temperature of the room. Wiggling your toes or fingers, waking up your relaxed body. Sigh, shrug. If you wish to and they're not open already, just slowly opening your eyes.